that maybe Liquid don't want to start on their strongest map in case they come in a little bit cold, warm up into the series. A man who never really needs a warm up though, Kiwi. No surprise, he's going to have that first blood into the server. A quick swing from Jamppi, and he's going to use his drone. He does have support, so there's not going to be any sort of swing just yet. And instead, it's Nats actually coming up with a double through mid. I think he's just caught both rotations.
This round, A-Plan fell apart completely for Team Liquid, but it's Nats lurking. Who's surprised to hear that that has found success for this squad? And they've got to worry about him now because he's dished up this entire part of the map. Now, look, they don't know the B side is cleared. They don't know it's wide open. They don't know that Nats is going to have one hell of a fight on mid. Okay! I thought he was taken down there, but no, he's up for the ace. Nats lurking is a dangerous thing to... Redgar, interesting choice here. Let's see what the idea is. Smokes have gone out far. He's not going to have an opportunity to get up close and personal to start with. Dash out. Redgar still not taking his chance. I'm not surprised. Eventually, though, they're going to make their way to site. You have to think maybe he's Shrouded stepping in there. Never mind, Nats is just cleaning house. Ult is off for info, and they don't need it. Team Liquid already in a 4v1. And it's MOJJ's position given away that has to clutch this one out. They know exactly where he is. He has a chance to reposition. His chance to grab a kill at least. Dodges the shock dart as well. Things are going well to start with. This might be winnable. 9 bullets left. Has to be careful with where he fires them off. Redgar so low, he'll get it, and the spray transfer almost gets them the round. We're able to make this happen. Hunter's Fury, it's gonna find one. Now it's dangerous, but MOJJ escapes and gets a kill. Look, that's better than it looked like it'd be, but with Redgar and Nats pulling it back into the favor of the attacking side, I'm not sure that FUT are going to be happy. That's another B main aggro caught, and the B side wide open, a TP in from Redgar. He's going to commit it with the spike, and that's because they're so confident that those rotations have come through. It feels like Team Liquid have a perfect read on how FUT are playing this, and they are playing them.
Yeah, it would be weird if you'd had sort of a B main push and then still a player back within the B side. It would have been one of the most peculiar setups we've ever seen. And for now, at least, it leaves 3 players in B main. This is going to be so tough to clear for FUT.
I don't know how they're going to get away with this one, honestly. And with the stakes on the line, just the one. The stakes on the line here, I do think there's a good chance that if no kills come through, if no opportunities are given in the next 10 seconds, we're going to see these players back off. Smoke's gone in. Seems like they want to commit to it. But again, they need to find something to make them confident. The time is ticking away. The position's still held, and Nats is holding strong. Only coming down the stairs. And Herd running away. They know at this point that that control's being conceded. They don't know there's 2 players waiting for them on the back of the side, and they're about to find out. The firing squad claiming their first victim with Redgar down in the dirt. They lose a lot of their utility on the back of that, and Team Liquid seem hesitant to even move forward. Worried about a flank coming through, perhaps. A wall bang onto Sayf that's led him down to 66, stripped him of his shields. They've stalled out here on the attacking side, and, well, I'm not sure what the plan is from this point forward. It looks like they're just waiting for FUT to make a mistake, and that hasn't come through yet.
Well, with the knife catching them, the side of FUT know that they haven't actually moved. They haven't really fallen back, and in fact, they're going to throw a Hunter's Fury, a paranoia to leave the players blind as they try and dodge. It's an impossible scenario as FUT aren't just going to sit there. It's left now all onto Jamppi. He's a man you'd want in a clutch, but just look at the spike. Like, there's no way that he gets back to this. He'd have to basically eliminate everyone, and, well, he's giving it a damn good go, but this time, the shorty betrays him.
But hold on, he's caught by the knife afterwards. He's out. That lockdown's coming into effect. Those players need to leave the site. That's a beautiful cancellation. They need to try to find a player underside, and Redgar's found immediately. Team Liquid locked out, but the defuse is canceled. They've got them on the spam. They don't know it yet, but it's theirs. FUT halfway at least, but TAtaKaptan has to keep claiming skulls. Someone needs to stick that defuse right now. They're running out of time and running out of players. FUT have lost another. Great response from...
And managed to win it.
A shocking number of Vandals as well involved in those spam plays. It still works out, of course. 2 players on the site. Nice shot from MOJJ. They need more, though. So much more. Everybody's working with these weaker weapons. MOJJ almost goes down to the shock darts. Up close. Hello! Robin Hood attempted. Luckily, the dash was used instead of just a bullet to the face punish. Team Liquid on the site. Plant coming through. Wall down, or door down, I should say, but they're wall banged off of it. Kiwi's got the lineup through the wall. He doesn't need the door to be open. And that has pretty much shut the door on Team Liquid's plant. They've got it. I mean, they've got to find so much space because Jamppi is getting the orb. He's going to be delayed coming to cover. Sayf can't just plant this, sure. I mean, of all the people to go crazy and just do it, it is Sayf, but
they don't really need to take the risk just yet. They're waiting for Jamppi to try and reposition, to try and get something so that they at least have an angle. The thing is, Kiwi is more than aware at this point that there could be a player coming around this corner, but he taps the spike just to try and bait him away from this spot. This is so clever, but he turns at the last second and catches Jamppi. A clever attempt, but now it's left onto one man.
One of the best clutches we've seen from Sayf if it had to come through, but into the spawn as well. They flashed in, but Kiwi was ready. He was playing in the spawn, watching for a mid play, didn't get caught by the flash. Now they look back to side, and the FIRIN squad's ready yet again. qRaxs with 2. They've done enough here to slow them down, but there's still time to get the plant. Kiwi might try to deny this, the push in, but he's spotted by the neural theft. Not able to get his rifle out in time, and we're neck and neck.
Yeah, chance in this 2 versus 2 now for Liquid. It looks like FUT had this one dead to rights, but instead it comes down to a clutch once again. Dart over the top, gonna wait out the initial shots, and Nat's just playing up close, waiting for this initial peek, but he loses the battle. It's now left onto Jamppi, 3 to his name already, but only 47 health remaining. A bullet would do it, just to finish him off, and it's patient stuff, almost trying to bait him in. It gives TAtaKaptan the angle, but now he has to move. The time is ticking away, and Jamppi is just sat in this back corner, just waiting out that clock. It doesn't even matter that he goes down in the end. Liquid will still take the round.
It's faster this time. They're not stalling out, looking for spawn control instead, moving straight in towards the side itself. qRaxs, good for 1 there, but he's traded out. I mean, we need more. The TP completed. That gets the paranoia off an opportunity. MrFaliN firing out shock darts, but the player's already dead. Numbers thinning for Team Liquid. And finally, we're starting to see FUT with that response on the site. We had the firing squad before, and the quicker rotations now quell any chance for Team Liquid.
Nice. And they're just going to run in. He's put the drone out. They're putting pressure on. It's a ridiculous first shot from Sayf, but MrFaliN has been able to delay them only for a second.
I mean, the pace of this round working perfectly with the buy that Team Liquid had. Because they had pistols, they had light weapons, and a Blade Storm instead. They've upgraded now 3 rifles playing into the late round. 1 man far away from combat. He won't be fighting with his Sheriff. He'll be fighting with his bow, a Hunter's Fury. I thought for post plant.
Oh,
instead,
no.
It's fired through to get TAtaKaptan, and almost MOJJ as well. Huge damage done with that ulti. I thought that was a safety net. Instead, it was used as a guillotine. Team Liquid on the defensive side now. We've already seen a shock dart fired out that FUT were waiting out. Paranoia through, the push after, smoke up for market, flash about to go in, and well, that's when the push should follow, but instead it's for the site. One out of market, but they don't find anyone. They're all in the laneway, all making their way towards that site that's being given up. Team Liquid just looking to make it costly, but they've ended up losing 2 on the outside. This retake will be tough. There's a lot that they're coming up against, and first contact by the turret. Nobody there to swing. They're very much letting these guys come into the site, look for the control, and have MOJJ execute them from behind.
Yeah, he's sat back. He's got his alarm blocking in case there's anybody looking to come in from behind. Not really any chance of that happening now, but the thing is, the time is ticking. They have to get a move on. They have to start taking that space back, and they've already struggled to clear players from the back of the site already. The dart is going to just make their HP that little bit lower, and even just clearing out MOJJ seems like an impossibility. Finally, he will fall, but at this point, the clock is gone. It's just about earning some extra orbs for that defensive side. Anything they can take into the next round, while Sayf picking up a couple won't be the worst. Thinking a couple of players, but it is a fallback. Not wanting to give away too much, and the solo anchor of Nats maybe calling for a little bit of extra support as you see that rotation coming back through the cover of mid from Sayf, and actually a push up.
They heard him.
It looked for a second like it was going to be a freebie. Instead, soulcas actually going to flash out this one. He's got his spot on. A free kill, initiator down, and now it's a bit more troublesome for FUT.
That just comes off the timing of his knife. Good position from Sayf. Great delivery afterwards. It's one thing to be there, but dealing with those players is usually a different story. Not for this man. His 3rd in the round.
And maybe false information, because they're going to start making their way back towards the B site. This is where Jamppi and Nats reside.
Well, that dash in, door closed, as these players make their way through, making sure they're not tailed by anybody on Team Liquid. But they don't need to worry about Nats behind them this time. He's in front with plenty of teammates to help out. Sayf's gone down to the turret, but as they look to the site, they don't know there's still a man here. They're clearing it still, but Nats is swinging out into them. The trade's good all across the board, and Team Liquid barely slip up here. 2 versus 1. MOJJ the last man standing, a 4K clutch, but the problem, 15 seconds and the spike's down on site. He's gonna contain them with the nano, needs to win the fights, but they're just lined up, ready for that play.
Execution again. This time, they've got rifles.
Yeah, a better chance for them at least when they come down to those dual soulcas. Good for 1, always the headshots with this guy. There's a flash on its way. Player to his right, he doesn't see, but good for 1 before he falls. That should be enough for them to at least have a chance. 2 versus 2, lockdown in play for MOJJ. The ult pop neural theft to give the information. They're gonna have everything to work with. Nats isolating this player and grabbing the kill. Lockdown in play. The defuse gonna be tapped maybe halfway to start with, and Jamppi, he's won the round for them. Someone needs to get rid of that lockdown or we're gonna be here for a little while. Sitting outside of it instead, Nats is gonna close this one. 13-5 in the end. And Team Liquid have just dominated FUT on the opening map. It was their map pick at least. Up next, FUT will have Lotus, and let's hope they have a better chance, a better performance there. Because this one, it barely got off the starting block.
No, I think especially that first half, again, I want to talk about the pacing of Liquid. Very direct, using that sort of individual...
Jump spot from Redgar. That's not Redgar. Was on the server. Yeah, cams might be a little off there. But we're seeing this push towards the C side as Team Liquid, okay, they lose 1 player, but immediately they've got a lot of support on the way. And FUT have not executed. They have pumped the brakes, which is odd with no control elsewhere on the map.
The thing is, they're very good at this, though. They're very good at just playing with that pacing, like basically just rotating off, so it puts the doubt in the minds of Liquid that maybe they haven't just run into this C side because they don't take that control, and it pulls a couple of players away. Even still, though, Nat's trying to lurk within his own orb. He's going to get swarmed, but it's soulcas to find the kill back.
Well done, at least for now. We're ending up with Team Liquid having those 2 angles to fight from, but Nat's very much red in this round. You see the orb go up, you spam it. You know he's going to be inside of it. I love that adaptation from the side of FUT, but the second time they weren't too ready, gets body blocked into the open and taken down. This is an awkward start to this round. The plant coming through over on that B site as we'll end up in a 3v2, but look at the damage done in that skirmish. Jamppi and Sayf, both below 50.
Yeah, and of course on the other side of things, the TAtaKaptan a little bit lucky to be alive because of how awkward it got, but he's just gone. He's like, I'm out of here. Not taking this battle anymore, not risking it for my team, and at the moment they're struggling to even work the door, it seems. Like that's the main problem for Liquid, just trying to check everything on their way back through, and they do not expect TAtaKaptan. Now left onto Jamppi, barely any time left to double up for the last couple of players, and he's not going to be able to take.
But this is where the real danger is, going towards B or the C site late on when you've lost the control. The first man on mound already doing work, and this is the problem. Now you can become tunnel visioned on this guy who's picking you off 1 at a time. If they go forward, they won't know who's waiting there for him. Already an insane start for Redgar. Oh, through the smoke!
He saw the gun barrel.
He doesn't need to.
He saw the gun barrel, and that was enough just to predict the shot. It was such a tiny little pixel that gave it away, but 3 kills off the back of the Sheriff. Rifles now retrieved. You said there was no margin for error here. Well, there have been errors.
Quite a few of them, you might say. We've got rifles recovered for some of Team Liquid, the chance to pick up plenty more as well. No one else wanting to take the risk and overextend. They want to close out this 5vx. Only 2 players left on FUT as they move into the A site, and again with the control they did not have at the start. They have no idea where anybody is. The off angle, it's going to be beautiful for soulcas. Even just denying the plant for a moment, the damage done. Nade through for not much. Maybe they're on the road to recovery here on FUT. If that spike goes down, the clock's suddenly on their side, but the position of the plant, not ideal. They'll be surrounded by these pistols, swarmed on, and the angles, they're too great, too many for them to cover. 30 HP left with Sayf and Redgar, and it's Redgar late on this lurk. He's been spending so long. You don't often see players sit in this position with a node. You don't ever see it, I'll be honest with you, but maybe we'll see it more often now. A chance for Nats. He's gone down to the shorty, picking back up the Odin, but that's too much. MOJJ will catch them both. A great opportunity to convert. What the hell is he doing? He's TP'd right behind them, but they're gone. They're out of here. 1 man still. Kiwi, he's going to be frustrated if he dies to this. Oh, he doesn't. That's a missed shot. Redgar better run.
They would have hit that if it was a Sheriff. That's all I'm saying.
You're right.
I think it has to be a save now. They're so isolated. The only thing will be they've got lots of credits to play with. Saving the operator, something, but for Sayf, he could take a bit of a risk
I don't think he's going to get to save this. qRaxs is on his tail. He heard that rotate as well. I mean, they are more boxed in than they know.
Oh, MOJJ. Just watching that angle. An easy kill in the end, and now it is just left onto Redgar trying to hold onto that weapon.
He's going to knife tree here. I mean, it's a perfect opportunity to grab some information. Obviously, they do want to still have the element of surprise sneaking up. But at some point, it's either going to be that info or just the dry swings in to find him. The op there, landing a shot, but now how much more can be found? Nothing.
Still, they managed to make it work. A deeper use of utility this time. Expecting Kiwi not to just sprint across. They catch him. It's a lot of damage done onto Sayf. And again, an instant response from FUT. They're not just going to sit there, wait, and try and brawl versus that player. They want map control elsewhere.
Yeah, we've seen the adjustment on A to deal with Kiwi. What's the adjustment on the C side? Now playing much further back. Nats has got that Odin to play with. It's the spam game to try and deny the plant. Smoke is up for him. This could be very dangerous. These players are actually quite low as well. Looking for the close corner, now further back, but he's left one spot unchecked, and it's the one place that qRaxs was actually planting. That's a shame, especially when we see the Viper's Pit come through afterwards. Lockdown to push them out of it. They should be able to claim some space. Nightfall goes through. A lot of utility thrown at this, and FUT might start to feel pushed out of this. Pushed back towards main where the problems might arise. Redgar's been waiting for them this whole time. Actually he's gonna Shrouded step out into the open. This guy's absolutely crazy. He's now crossed past into their actual site to take the final close as he goes down. Everyone else does too. And it's only left to Nats. Blink and you miss it. This round swinging into the favor of FUT. That defuse not being stuck. And at this point, I don't think there's even enough time. They're gonna run at him and take him down. The classic to do it. Well, yeah, I have to agree with you there. Well, probably not the best of ideas. Oh, although an Odin up against an operator, yeah, it's not really much better. Unlucky start to this one with Kiwi down to 36 HP, but he's still clinging to life, and with a one-shot weapon, that's all he needs to do. 45 seconds on the clock. They've picked up a kill on A, the 1A player. And of course, this is FUT. They're not looking to push on the back of it. Instead, still toying with their opponents, still looking for lurks on B, making a ton of noise on the rotations. And they'll see if anybody pushes. Like, look, the entire time, Kiwi is just staring at their backs, watching a smoke. Even as the door opens and all the steps are made, they are watching for this play. But Jamppi eventually, he has the timing nigh on perfect, but Kiwi
he doesn't.
still watches it, turns at the right moment. And Sayf, well, he is in a ton of trouble right now. Locked in, 3 players either side. soulcas there to help, but it's Kiwi again on the up. A sliver of health.
Back to A
That's
again.
all he needed. Good night, Sayf. You are done.
It's brutal. It's brutal. Tapping that door, they're trying to bait them into thinking they're going for a rotation. Somebody almost has to go for info. They start walking their way back, and they get both entries immediately. You could just see that Liquid are constantly trying to look for any form of info. A nice shot from soulcas, and MrFaliN catches Redgar. Again, it looked like Liquid had the right idea, but it's a 4v1.
The 5 fingers of the hand clenched into a fist on that one. They did not look for any other element to their gameplay. No push, no pull. 9-2. And we got Team Liquid on this last round of the half. They need 3. They want 3 so badly. Sayf, he is being pushed back by the Viper's Pit, and he's caught by qRaxs immediately. I love that. 2 players following it with shorties. What the hell can you do about that? Kiwi's gone through. Straight through the smoke. This guy's insane. And he's sticking around for more. Not happy with 1 kill. Now inside the pit with an
operator, of course.
Somehow I feel like he's going to hit the shot. Somehow I know he's going to hit that shot. Blind fire. Do it.
Yeah,
don't even ADS.
No scope. And look, just look at the... Yeah. You've just got that backup plan. If they ever needed it. They've got MOJJ in from behind. So many angles to clear, not a lot of time to do it. Running in on a shorty, eventually he goes down, and then Nats will fall as well.
But 10 rounds on the board, defense now mounted, and Team Liquid quickly making their way towards this A site. There's players all around them. 3 stack up on the site, 1 in the door. That's a bit of an awkward start, but qRaxs is able to recover. Door swinging open now as it's broken. Sayf was only 22 HP. Jamppi's in with another. This is flipped into their favor. Team Liquid, that might be the lifeline that they needed. If they can push up to 3, and avoid getting second rounded by FUT, they'll be in a great spot to at least start this comeback. Oh, that's going to be the kill. Yeah, and that's duel that's taken. Will be a tough one for FUT to convert, and especially with a few whiffs like that, and they've converted both on Team Liquid. the advantage now with the attackers, and if they were to make a comeback, this is certainly what they wanted to see. They've got the lurker of Nats, no surprise, he was elsewhere. Jamppi was spotted, right?
Oh, he definitely
that
has
just
been
came
now.
back online.
Still though, he is just a ruse. He is trying to sell the idea that they have fallen back off this side of the map. There's still a chance though that if he gets caught, we could see an even scenario. This was a pretty much dominant spot, and they actually did start rotating because Jamppi didn't see anyone. So this has now made this very much doable for the side of FUT from a spot where, well, it feels like it was already done.
3 players on a C. Paranoia dodged just because of FUT's rotations that they were attempting. Now they're off-site in towards the spawn. That's where the fight's coming through. Sayf! He didn't expect them to be that close. Didn't expect a second, but he had backup. With clean trades, TAtaKaptan's left alone. Doesn't have his poison orb with him, so he won't be able to even pop up a smoke on the side and make it that little bit easier. His wall already used. He has to just win the fights. Already tagged up from that engagement on the, I think it was on Nats earlier on. He got a few bullets off into him.
The thing is, he is the sort of guy that would somehow pull something out of nothing. The main problem is the time. He's given up his position. They know exactly where he is, just wasting down that clock as much as possible, and he's just got him running through. And
this swap up from Team Liquid, and
they've been doing this a lot. They've been pressuring on that side of the map and rolling back. The thing is, though, it's the ults. I don't know how they're going to manage to hold this versus that many ultimates available. Through goes Sayf, a free kill for the first 15 seconds, and qRaxs needs to go big here. Only going to get the one. Instant trade from Redgar. Huge stuff from him, and another. He's just finding every single player as he walks through into the site. That's the one real value, but MOJJ, in the meantime, is calling for backup.
Well, the pit's dropping just now, allowing the flank, but it might not come through in time. FUT have lots of bodies here to defend. Viper's pit going up as the player looks to make it out. Nats could be in danger. TAtaKaptan trying to hunt down the planter, but not able to deny. The spike is on the floor, and FUT now need to start the defuse. And remember, we said that flank was on its way. Jamppi is now starting to get around that corner, just a few seconds away from making contact, and that could be what pushes them over the line here. He's got a great spot. There's the kill. Now they know there's a double peek coming, and it's already in. Redgar onto Kiwi, leaves TAtaKaptan, who might just want to run away from this one. They even dropped the pit on site, give him no cover, nowhere to hide. So it is very much time to go for that save. Another round where FUT will be shut down, nothing to be brought through to the next even.
They've got a chance to wrap back around as well, though. That's the thing, there's so much space towards the spawn right now. TAtaKaptan under pressure, and because of that, they've been able to basically just hightail their way to be Redgar. Oh, he's managed to take the shot. The first kill comes easy. It's the next ones that might be a little bit tougher, and he will fall. It at least gives a little bit of an opportunity in the retake, but they may not even need it. Nats is still just causing them problems in those backlines. And now, probably one of the weirdest afterplants you're ever going to see. Sayf pushing even further forward. Hearing TAtaKaptan. Does he even check this? It seems like he does. A chance for TAtaKaptan, and he somehow wins the fight as well.
11 HP is not a lot, but it could be enough this time around. Late flank by Jamppi. soulcas has to delay them. He doesn't have any utility to play with. Jamppi steps. I don't know if they're hurt. I don't think they were. He's hit shift just in time. Here's a reveal back online. It'll buy them a second, no more. Jamppi emerging from the smoke has to do everything, and he's caught by MrFaliN. There it is. Pushing past the orb here, but FUT are finally trying to face on this angle. Paranoia could come through, but not anymore, it can't! There's Nats for a double! What a way to kick off this round! And it's leaving qRaxs in no man's land. The wall goes up to help him fall back, but ooh, he's still getting tagged on the way, and then they try to take space on C. They meet Sayf. This is a very patient Team Liquid, but now they're making their way to A, and I think they'll probably up the pace.
Well, yeah, and there needs to be some sort of hero here for FUT. You managed to kill 2 players on one side of the map, you've spotted another player on the other. You know that there can literally be 1-2 players here max. Rotation already coming through. qRaxs is going to take a lot of damage. I guess just trying to hold on to the angle. Somehow he's managed to find a kill, a chance for a second, but it won't come through. TAtaKaptan there to support, gets the kill with the snakebite. MOJJ just found another, but now he's the only one left. 33 HP. Faking the sound, it's all just a ruse to try and give an opening to Redgar. Surely this won't be expected, and because of that, attempted this many a time. This exact same spot with an operator not long ago. Nats wary of the exact same push, but this time he's alone. Snaps back! And that's the Kiwi they needed. A double entry of the start of this round, and instantly the rotation comes in to stack back up this C site for FUT. They have players ready and waiting.
MrFaliN's recovered a weapon for the retake, but these players on site are going to make sure that that's not needed. But the thing is, TAtaKaptan, Sheriff in hand. How much can he get done from here? Needs the angle. They're kept back by the utility. 50 seconds now on the clock. These players making their way through eventually. I don't think they have much of a choice anymore. They've got to win these fights on the site. Awkward to start. The pistol's actually coming ahead and steaming ahead. Only soulcas, and he's surrounded. Shots coming. I thought through the smoke as well, but they delayed slightly. They've allowed him to slip away. And he's going all the way to the A site. Look, a 1v4 though, and they've all got rifles now.
He's trying to fake the sound, I think. The thing is, obviously he's heard the door go, so there's not really a safe place on B to plant. Rotation will give him at least an extra orb, which honestly, for soulcas going into the next round, that'll be his nightfall online. So you might be thinking, oh, it's just wasting time here, but a chance at the clutch, not gonna be had though. Give him a lockdown as well, so they've got to be very careful, and in fact, Liquid are gonna opt to try and play this one a little bit more aggressive. It is perfect. The util into the corner made it impossible. There was nowhere for them to go. TAtaKaptan is going to try and hit a timing, sprint his way through. But there is nothing to be had, and guess who's waiting in the back lines? Well, it is going to be that A site hit or back towards B. This is where Sayf has been waiting. He's been here the entire round. He's been expecting this rotation to come through, and he is denying them that space, but even still needs to fight that a little bit more. Plant going to be coming in. I don't think there's anything they can do to deny that. They're trying their best to swing it through, and the trades do go in their favor. One of the better opportunities for them to steal around, but MrFaliN still alive, low on HP, 38 in fact, and that will deny him. Liquid are going to claim two players as deep as can go, just waiting for anybody on that cross, but this is where soulcas' util does bring some value. It's looking like they're going to try and just fight this one out. It's a trade. Nats is gone, but it's at the loss of Kiwi on the other side.
And they have to burn up a quick smoke to get out of there because Nats no longer has that wall to activate. These players falling back towards the B site where they've got a lot of control. Jamppi already snuck in. Redgar, that's an awkward position to be in. Great timing from FUT, the way they pushed out, the angles that they got. The plant will still come through for Team Liquid. Sayf, having grabbed the orbs early round, he's now in a good spot. Showstopper online yet again, and he's using it already? Shift walking his way. Where is he going? That's the question that they have to answer. And, well, in the end, it's bought them a little bit of time. That's all they'll get for it. Still, the man advantage towards FUT.
I guess the plan was to try and just regain some space. They put down the alarm bot. Sayf in position. No, he's dropped one, but the trade is immediate. It leaves the players somewhat isolated. soulcas going to go forward. A chance to spray down two, but he only gets the one.
This is a big fight, though, on A. Now both teams committing to the control. soulcas falling immediately. Kiwi somehow able to get that.
He's just been bullied. Like that's one of those things you'll watch back and go, oh, nothing I could do. Cool.
It's a rough one, man. The player you're losing there is soulcas. At least you're keeping on a lot of your utility. But some of your supportive util now taken out, some of your initiation.
You can't be in a retake, basically. That's what it comes down to now. It's going to be so difficult without him to clear those positions, and instead they're looking to re-aggress. Their main plan was to fight this A site. They're going to continue that.
Oh, the Odin's locked down on left. Nats has got two! That's a recovery from Team Liquid, leaving MOJJ all alone. And it's the big boy doing all the damage. MOJJ, good luck to you. That spike's down in the open. They've got their backs watched. And a very, very late play from Jamppi. I mean, he's pushing up mound. He's going to be here in the next minute. I think the plant has to come through for him to be close by. And it may yet. 50 HP, and he's gone. Nade won't deal damage, but the Odin, of course. Well, this door is swinging open now, but I'm not sure anyone's going through it. The Prowler just to chase that player out of position. They know they don't have to clear it. Now the spike can make its way in here. Good damage, only a little bit. Pushing TAtaKaptan out into a wider position. One that Jamppi will have to find when he swings through this smoke. The utility turning his crosshair, but they don't blitz on the back of it. Waiting, biding their time. They get the first. MOJJ up top. He must get this. Jamppi's so low, and it's Nats to fall. From the top rope, he'll get one, but that seems to be enough.
They're going to get the info as well. That knife, sublime, stuns coming through, fragment forcing them forward. In fact, they're going to push it. They're taking the swing, trying to catch them off guard, and it hasn't worked. Now soulcas, the last man standing, 1v3 to try and bring this one home, and it ain't happening. Expecting Jamppi at this point, but it also keeps the turret online. That's the main thing. They don't really have to worry about that. That horn has just given them everything, though. They know exactly where 3 players are, but knowing and stopping them is another thing. Great work from soulcas to make this one competitive, but the trades from Kiwi are even better. It's left all onto Jamppi, and this time, there's nothing to be had.
They're so spread out, looking for duels, and that, all right, that's the one they win. I was about to highlight the op. It's the danger. You spread out, you look for duels against Kiwi. With an op, you lose a man. Instead, they've ended up coming on top, but hold on, Jamppi, falling. TAtaKaptan still alive, snakebite down, makes it awkward. Nano blocks him off entirely. Nats will look to push afterwards with the snakebite down. soulcas has another angle here. I mean, he needs to get towards site to help his teammate. Redgar's miles away. TAtaKaptan's gone. Terrible timing for this man. And now a serious chance. Look at Redgar's spot. No, we didn't. Yep, all good. Close your eyes, no one saw it.
And now the other 2 players are both in a good position, but soulcas has landed both shots. It looks like we're going to continue this one for a little longer. MrFaliN, low HP, he's got no chance. Who are we even kidding?
soulcas wallbanged him. FUT haven't been too quick. They've been playing rotations a lot. This time, though, it's straight up and in, and they're not expecting it. Jamppi caught off guard by just how many players he ran into. And Sayf on the corner. Okay, he's not going to be pushed just yet. Gives him an angle to fight out from, and he gets a double. Great work from soulcas to just buy him that little bit of space, and now they're following through with absolutely everything. Team Liquid back with a vengeance into this one. What? Hello? What? Hello? He's got a flak jacket on?
He basically caught them.
He tanked it. He tanked it. Nobody there. They know that because of the snake bite. The utility here cascading as they clear control, but Sayf. That was nasty. A shot with a Vandal through a smoke and a free kill on the other side.
That puts the pressure onto TAtaKaptan. He was somewhat alone already on this side of the map, but he's still managing to hold on. A kill onto Redgar. Smoke's gone, he's repositioning. Might just be in the right place at the right time, going through that smoke. It's definitely risky, but he's looking for the ultimate play. The stun's good, but he's got to try and swing that a little bit further round. Still just holding the angle. So many low players on the other side, and he's going to get caught by that C's. The one player that's gone unchecked is actually MOJJ.
They'll be wary of this angle, though, and there's not much you can do from there without swinging into the open. I think at this point, we see TAtaKaptan regroup with MrFaliN, they'll push together, but that's what Team Liquid think as well. They think there's going to be players making their way in here. Sayf, of course, he's aggressive. He always is. soulcas on the corner, though. There you go. Do they check it? They do, but soulcas still wins the first. The second player catching him off guard, putting the pressure on Nats. 30 HP left, no utility to play around, and that spike, the player dropping, Nats has got him! 17 rounds needed for them to push it across the line. But Team Liquid, from 10-2 down, have dug deep.
Now we get to see if FUT have got what it takes. A map they will have expected coming into the series. And TAtaKaptan is going to try and kick it off with a solid start.
3 kills as well across the board. Everyone's showing up here for FUT on the A site defense. And only Redgar is left. Even he's been tagged up quite heavily. 38 HP remaining. Make that 0. FUT.
They've walked up mid. They've taken so much space. Liquid not respecting their opponents in the trade. Immediate. It's not the greatest of starts, but now with the Seekers being popped, it's not actually going to tell them that much as they go back in the other direction.
What's at least going to say that that fight in heaven was in vain. There are players now down on middle. Seekers didn't activate, so they're definitely not up close and sitting in those corners. That's going to spur Kiwi on to clear this angle. His dash online just to get out of here, but now there's the information. These players start to be contained a little bit. Redgar making his way up through middle. He knows that there could be a fight. He knows there should, at this stage, be a fight waiting for him. He's heard the flash in B main. At this point, the information is starting to wane on their side and instead flip into FUT's favor. They're now wary that the A push could be coming through. The flank, watch still, and Kiwi's able to find it. Good containment from this squad, and now it's left to the site players on A to punish. If they can find some kills on the way through, this round should be won. And already the first goes their way, now to be dealt with by Jamppi. That swing not good for more than one. And the time now a major issue with just soulcas. It almost looks impossible for him. 12 seconds, Ring a Rosie about to be played.
Yeah, MOJJ just basically trying to stay alive at this point, keep his gun in hand while He knows that he has to eventually try and go for that spike, and with the spike on the deck, it's not going to be happening. A little bit of information, a 4v4 scenario that really never should have been. MrFaliN's going to be isolated, pushes through and hands Sayf a freebie. This now starts to look firmly in favor of Liquid. Up close though, Jamppi is going to be tagged, but he's just waiting for someone to make a mistake.
It's the operator of Kiwi, man. I mean, they're waiting for that peak, but it ain't coming through, and eventually they're going to have to funnel into the site. It was off the contact of Jamppi that the swing was to come in. Sayf goes down, but look, the pistol having to be taken out. The close range fight, too much of a threat, and it's already too late. TAtaKaptan might find the final kills. In fact, it looks like he will. No, Nats is too quick on the Guardian. Either way, the round was... Yep. Where's that player on foot to return? Kiwi in the corner. You can see for a second, Sayf. He was thinking about it. The foul spotted, and that's free for Kiwi. He's out of there as well. The dash into a predictable position. He goes down to 45, nearly the trade, but the heal will bring him right back to 100.
As they fade away, it's almost just the cover though. Rez back through. Maybe that was what he was trying to deny. However, the lurk has been caught out. Nat's not going to be able to hold on to that space. And now the decision comes to a Liquid. Okay, do we slow this down or do we try and make that hit into B? We don't have any A control anymore. And because of that, they are going to head towards that B site. Interestingly, Kiwi's rotated off.
Yeah, heard the TP, maybe not sure where it was going. Nobody was in range to hear it. The drop down out of heaven, plenty of players here. Here comes Sayf around the corner through the smoke for a double. The players up top distracting, and Sayf dives in with a flatliner of a play. Team Liquid have the site control, a plant, and room to play with.
And they need to find a quick entry back in here. Redgar already spotting that there's nobody in on that flank. Seeing if there's anybody up close. They know now that it is a deeper site hold from the side of Liquid. As they look to wrap back in, they manage to isolate the angles, but Sayf is still going. 3 already, he falls within the smoke, and now the problem is the Redgar's a little bit further away. The plant, not good for him, he needs the instant kill. They're just gonna TP onto the site, but they're just sticking it all the way. It's a close one for Redgar, a nice try. Spot in an attempt to try and clear out any utility. It's all gonna be on timing though, and they've completely avoided it. 3 players caught out. It might slow them down a little bit, and that slowdown might be enough for the rifles on that flank to catch them. That's all they really need to do on this site right now, is try and delay as much as possible. TAtaKaptan starts sprinting in from behind, and that's the spike, but it drops down, it falls. That might be the saving grace for Liquid, honestly.
They managed to get the spike down, but look who's left. It's only Sayf. TAtaKaptan taking heads down to the 1v1. Sayf knows exactly where he is, down to 4 HP. The Seeker destroyed, 8 bullets left. Head peek angle, and he'll lose the fight. MrFaliN gets there first with 20 health remaining.
It's something I'm sure Liquid are going to do now for pretty much the end of the game, but I understand it. When there's a lower buy, you don't really want to be dropping down into riskier positions.
Nice shot. The updraft from Sayf, maybe not necessary there. He gets caught. They'll shift direction. The B site now under threat. Plenty of utility waiting for them here, though, as they make their way through. Tripwire is going to be destroyed. The players down bottom. Oh, not good for the first, but Kiwi is still here. Wasn't spotted, but he won't get much after that. The fact that they've dropped qRaxs, sure, he's still alive on the sidebar, but that'll fade pretty quickly. MrFaliN. He's down here. Oh, man. You know, that Cosmic Divide was on its way. I think we should have pumped the brakes before going any further, but
he probably just
he was not going for that kill. That was just like, maybe, and I'll hide. Okay, I got the kill. We'll take it.
Well, a chance to level this one up. A 6-6 half still on the cards, and as I said, both teams have shown their prowess on the attack, but well, I don't think that equalization is coming anytime soon. Sayf has put himself somewhat in no man's land, but he'll bypass it, and to be honest, at this stage, he wasn't even needed. MOJJ now, the last man standing to try and clutch this one out, and he's not going to be given the time of day. Liquid, a 7-round exchanging the Tigers on either side.
Yeah, the wall just broke inside A main. That's what FUT had been waiting all round for. Spike was sitting outside of it, as it looks quite clear that they want to finish on the A side. Threw MOJJ out to try and grab some contact on B, but it was not going their way. Now the A site's all that they're worried about. soulcas spotted back there. Being spammed on as well, but he's waiting, biding his time to strike. Just the one found, but Sayf is there to trade out, claiming the space, peeking alongside Redgar and the spike. Look at it, out in the open. Nice shot for Sayf. qRaxs very low, and Sayf will deal with him the same way.
Had 12 kills in the first half. He's getting close to that already.
Point of contact as well. Oh, he predicts it. The crosshair placement rounding that corner. Unbelievable stuff from Sayf. You see what we're talking about? The impact that that Blade Storm could have in this man's hands nonetheless. 3 players up in B heaven. I thought Sayf was rotating. He stuck around for a moment. The Tiger not seeing anything yet, but there's the info. 2 players seen. Sayf's on his way.
He's had 8 kills already in this second half. That's more than I imagine some players have total. They're also walking back into the Redgar judge. And Sayf is in the right position again to try and catch them off. See you later, MrFaliN, the judge, waiting for that push as well. Bear in mind, this is a bonus round for Liquid. And even still, Sayf is not over-facing this one. Not willing to give them anything back through. The flash from Jamppi is sublime, and Liquid.
It's a great call, in fact, yeah. I mean, it's just wide open. I was sort of waiting for someone to start to rotate back, like maybe they're there for start around util, a couple seconds in, they'll delay it, and then they'll rotate, but this is full retake being played. Team Liquid have a paranoia that's burned up there, not converted on for any form of execute, any form of damage.
They're literally next to him.
And now here they come, they're dropping on him.
Oh my god! That's just destroyed them! He was waiting in his camp, watching for someone to come in the other direction, out of it for a second, and just ruins their day. This is the beginning of the end. Just MrFaliN standing, trying to find what he can, and Sayf, he wants to pad those stats a little bit more, but it's Jamppi with the shorty in there.
But Liquid dealing with them with ease. Map 2 was a bit of a struggle, but since then they've been unstoppable. soulcas! He's got the double, and the advantage is most certainly theirs. Another shot from Sayf, leaves it on one man, and he's knifed! What a way to close it! That is unbelievably disrespectful from Redgar, running into a knife, running into a smoke with a knife out. That's how they get it done. Upper bracket final.
Oh my god.
Might not have went their way, but jeez.
I've seen teams try and end a game with a knife. I don't think I've ever seen teams try to end a best of 5. I don't think they just do it on a whim.